Welcome to my first video where I try to be productive in lockdown of COVID-19. And yeah, let's not cringe at this video way too much. So today I have two of the best selling 60% keyboards in the Malaysian market. Or at least, yeah, in the Malaysian market. Well then, some of you might say, what about the RK62 Mini or the Razer Huntsman Mini? Well, sorry, I'm not your average YouTuber where I get sponsorships everywhere and I don't earn a living from YouTube, and I'm just getting whatever I have at home to make videos on. So over here we have the Pro 2 in white. I know a couple of my friends who own this keyboard as well, and although it might not be the best selling in Malaysia, it is one of the best selling worldwide. And then here in black we have the RK61, also known as the Royal Clutch 61. And for this one, basically everyone and their grandmothers are using this. So for the Pro 2, this comes at around 280 ringgit, and this one comes at about 160 to 180 ringgit. So this is almost double the price, but depending on where you're getting it and how the discounts and whatever, it can kind of vary. But just know that this is the more expensive one. That's why not many people in Malaysia are using it in comparison to this one. So let's start off with the looks. In my opinion, the Pro 2 looks better, like more professional. It looks cleaner. The way how the font looks and everything, it just looks more professional. Like I said, more cleaner compared to the RK61, because in my opinion, this looks a bit more gamery, whereas the Pro 2 looks, like I said again, clean. And I'm all for that clean look and the more simplistic look. And not to mention these imprints for like the function and play buttons and everything, I don't think they're as well designed compared to the Pro 2s. And yeah, that's why I would actually give it to the Pro 2s in terms of the looks. And for the RGB, they both have really good RGB. What I've noticed so far is that the Pro 2 has brighter RGB compared to the RK61, but well, it might just be because that it's black in color. So I'm not sure how bright the white one will be. But yeah, that's in terms of RGB, they both look really good. It could be quite subjective as well. You might like the RGB here, or you might even like the one over here. Next, we move on to the typing experience. For this one, I would give it to the RK61 because the keycaps are designed in a way where it is wider. It's got a larger surface area compared to the Pro 2. So it's not as easy to miss your types compared to the Pro 2. And also the angle in which the keycaps sit on, I'm not sure you can see from here, are not as steep as compared to the Pro 2. So over a long period of time, especially when you're like typing a long essay or you're doing work for 2-3 hours, you won't feel as tired as typing on this compared to the Pro 2. As for the switches, however, I don't really like the switches on the RK61 compared to the Pro 2. When it was new, it was really tactile and everything. It didn't feel as mechanical as the Pro 2, however. It sort of felt mushy when you go all the way down during the press of the switch. And yeah, it feels like someone's put O-rings beneath the keycaps and everything. Unlike this, especially when it was new, it was really nice. It was thocky and everything, but over a period of time, specifically I've been using this for about 3 months, I noticed that the sound on these switches are starting to get a bit clicky, which I don't like, but it's bearable. So I won't make much of a big fuss about how this sounds now, but I still kind of like it, but much better in comparison of the RK61. Bluetooth connectivity on both of these keyboards are pretty good actually, but I think this RK61 is better in comparison, especially when you want to connect new devices. This RK61 just does it really quickly in comparison to this Pro 2. I have to be honest, I kind of had a hard time connecting my Pro 2 to my computer, especially during the first time. I had to Google how to do it specifically, and it took me about 5 to 6 tries to get it properly connected to my computer. But after the first time, it was all good. Whenever I start my computer, it's really fast and everything. But this RK61 is just really easy. The moment you put it in pairing mode, it gets connected really quickly to any device you want. So to conclude all this, is it worth paying extra for the M Pro 2 rather than the RK61? In my opinion, yes, definitely. It sounds better, it's got much more thockier, much more mechanical feel to it, it's much more solid. The materials are well built in comparison to this. The plastics on this just feels thinner, more cheap, and this one just feels like it's more well built and much more thought is put into it. And overall, yeah, for long-term use, this is also better. The stabilizers don't sound as bad, although it's not the best sounding, but it still sounds really good. Yeah, to wrap up this video, obviously I'm gonna end it with a sound test. So instead of just listening to me ramble about how these sound, why don't you be the judge yourself and see which one actually sounds better. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's my first time making a YouTube video, and I'm not sure if you can tell that I'm actually really nervous. I hope that I have been able to convince you into making the buying decision for your perhaps your first mechanical keyboard. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.